Hey there folks, and welcome back to the Carpetania Campaign. Last time we took on the Tagus League in a kind of messy, but ultimately successful war, securing the entire province of Wettonia Meridionalis, and also annexing 2 nations, getting some money from the slave trade from that, and getting a lot of aggressive expansion from the peace deal. But our war exhaustion is now on the decline. We got the monthly tick. We're able to build a colony, or rather set up a colony, in Publica, which is going to be our provincial capital here in the long term. We're going to build a city here at some point. And in general, things are now in a state of peace. We've expanded our nation westward, which was good to finally get around to doing, because we've been focused on eastward expansion from Toletum for quite a long time. And we have a whole bunch of new problems to deal with because of our actions here. So our stability is actually doing pretty well, but even with good stability, our war exhaustion and what else? Maybe the tyranny a little bit. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but we seem to not be in a stable place anymore with some of these provinces. We're trying our best, but it's still quite bad over here. At this point, we're just trying to prevent these places from actually reaching a state of rebellion, and I think we're going to probably pull that off, but it's going to be a close call for sure. Also, the governor of Galicia is now on the verge of disloyalty. She's almost there, but I can bribe her if I am so inclined. This would probably fix the issue. Why is her loyalty so bad, though? Rejection of rule, yeah. So she is in the Arosa family. That's the main reason. If I can replace her, and I guess to be fair, all of her, she only controls this one spot. She doesn't really control that much at all. I guess she technically controls this as well, but her reach is pretty small. But a governor who's personally disloyal could certainly cause trouble for us, so it might be worth replacing her. We do have a really good alternative here, Ermed Luca, although she's actually super corrupt, so we shouldn't get her. 8 finesse would be totally fine for a province of this small size, so I think we just replace her and fix it like that. Anyone else we should get instead? Your loyalty is really good, though. Actually, Okanea Boia may make for a better admiral than a... Actually, no, I already have an admiral, don't I? Yeah, I've already got an admiral, so we don't need to worry about that. So let's go ahead and replace her. Just fix that right there. No need to worry. We already have enough people in the Rosa family, so don't need to worry about that. Now, I will try and colonize this land at some point. We have to get Segovia to be a larger population, or control another place that's adjacent to it. Kind of irritating that this happened, but a little bit out of my control. So, let's go ahead and take a look at our economy here. Now, we've already gone ahead and done the basic post-war stuff of turning off all the maintenance and all that. This is going to take a while to build back up to where it was. Let's take a look at our imports over here. We are just trading for gold in every sense. I think I will do some slave movement with my treasury. I think I'll invest in that regard. So let's cancel some of our gold roots to make some room for vegetables. Only 1 vegetable is available now. That is unfortunate. This is something I thought might be an issue. Well, because we don't... Okay, so it looks like this might be because of our aggressive expansion. We just don't have access to any trades at all. This is a bit strange. There were more vegetable trades before. Since I can't trade for vegetables, I kind of don't want to do the slave movement right now. Wait until I get access to vegetables again. That is irritating. I think what I should do... Also, I actually can't trade for 2 precious metals again, either. Yeah, aggressive expansion is really high right now, and that's a huge source of why that is. Let's see. I shouldn't have canceled both of them before I realized this would be the case. That was a small micro mistake. I think what I should do is... trade for gold for now. Oh, I guess I can trade for 2 from that. Actually, did Carthage have 2? Because it said 1 before. Let me check that again, actually. No, Carthage only has 1. So we are going to trade for precious metals after all from this. So this is just a glitchy, incorrect thing. It should say 2 there. Anyways, so until our gross expansion calms down, we will have to... There we go. It's like, what? Glitchy. until our grocery expansion calms down, we will have to kind of just keep with our gold trade, which will make us some money, to be fair. But aside from that, we have characters imprisoned abroad. And Carpetania is me, so I don't know what they're talking about. This icon is sometimes kind of glitchy, so not entirely sure. Hold on. Let's see here. Stability-wise, I'm not seeing anything that says that we have abroad prisoners reducing stability. I think it's probably fine. So let's take a quick look and see how are things looking over here. So things here, she set this onto acquisition of wealth, which is probably fine, but I think I will want to lower it. Yeah, because we're quite low already. So I'm going to switch this over once I am able to, probably to local autonomy. Other than that, things around here look fine. Yeah. We have we really need to take just a while to address our domestic situation. I think a huge issue with Telekinesis really is the fact that a lot of these people over here are Iler-Kawonian, which is not even in the right culture group. So this is a different culture group. That being said, the Celtiberians are also mad, so it doesn't seem to be the entire explanation. Anyways, let's resume. We are working our way towards construct Senate chambers. Once we hit 40 civilization over here, we can go for that. We're getting there. We have over 40 as the cap. We just are growing a little bit every month, so it's just kind of a slow, gradual thing. And supporting clan. We were approached by a messenger from the clan of Beoesis Galbus with a letter from their leader asking if we want to make a mutually beneficial deal. If we agree to this deal, they will make sure to make us more popular among their clan, as we make them more popular among ours. This can be a great opportunity for us to increase our prominence at the cost of helping one of our allies. It would cost us a little bit, but it would certainly be worth it. Prominence is completely fine. I'm not going to worry about that. Yeah, both of these characters have totally maxed out prominence, so no need to do this at all. We'll just decline. Let's see here. Finishing up our ships here. That's pretty good. In terms of my next, because I have a lot of manpower that I even managed to preserve in that war. That was a pretty manpower efficient war, all things considered. It could have been a little better, but given the scale of the war, I thought I'd actually zero out on manpower, but didn't end up happening there. I don't know exactly what to do in terms of military expansion at this point, especially without a mission giving me more claims. I think I don't know, I kind of want to do some more warring, but I also should try and get my domestic situation kind of secure. This has been a very domestically contentious campaign so far. I'm not entirely sure what the big difference is. I think it's just that Invictus punishes super aggressive warmongering a bit more than the base game does, and that is sort of how I tend to operate, if you haven't noticed, so it's a recurring issue for sure. I think we're just going to take it easy for now. Do I have claims on people I can take advantage of? Yes, I do. I could still fight Cartubia, assuming that they leave that league. No, they didn't leave that league. I'm not prepared to fight the Southern Iberian League. I'm not insane, so we're going to hold off on that. I think we just take it easy for a bit and build up our resources. And lower our aggressive expansion. Let's also check every so often if we can trade for... Oh, here we go. Now we can trade for vegetables. I guess we crossed some sort of threshold with AE because now everybody wants to give me their vegetables. I mean, fine with me. I'll just sit here with my mouth gaping open. Just throw vegetables right into it, please. This is my fetish. I'm just kidding. Or am I? You'll never know. Anyways, either way, we've got vegetables in our nation again. Time to move some slaves. Now... this is what all this money I got will probably go to. I have a lot of slaves over here, I remember. Or, where was it? Yeah, I have a bunch of slaves around here. Now, let's actually take this chance here and do a full review of our economy. Because this won't help our domestic instability, but it will help our economy, which may indirectly help our domestic instability. Now, in terms of trade goods. Actually, hold on, let me do it like this. Macro builder... If I'm wanting to build, here we go. So we can see here the places, let's see here. These places already have farming settlements, yeah. So this macro builder should give us a way to look for this super easily. Let's look for mine stuff first. So we got a mine up here. We got a mine over here. I always forget about this mine. We got a stone mine. Other places we can build mines. Yes, we have got, what resource is this? Stone and base metals up there. Do we have more precious metals around here? We do here, but that's not in my territory. It's all just outside of my territory. That is irritating. I wish I'd taken this land. I didn't realize these were 2 precious metal spots. Should have pushed for those a bit further, but either way, it's fine. Actually, I could have gotten this in the peace deal, I'm realizing, and it's a precious metal location, so that's a mistake. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. Let's see here. So if we go back over to this, building mines, where does it say? I think this is all stone. So let's let me look at my. Hold on. Let's go back over here. Stone goes for 0.25. Livestock goes for more than stone. So I think I should focus on livestock. Livestock actually sells. Livestock's kind of a mid-selling resource, all things considered. So I should focus on getting more livestock copies at this point. Also, I don't have livestock as a surplus in my capital region anymore. So that is a problem. Why is this not? Oh, I lost some slaves here. Hold on, let's fix this. How did I lose slaves? Oh, they promoted? How did I... Why was that turned off? I thought I... Whatever. Let's move a slave over here. Oh, we need 12. Okay, that's fine. So lower base and... Oh, this probably also got reduced as well. I gotta go through and make sure all my slave spots are set up correctly. Move a slave from here. There we go. So now we got 3. This is also wrong. I need 1 more slave up here. From Tukris. There we go. Slave promotion not allowed. Did I allow it down here? Hold on. I just allowed it. Okay, I'm goofy. There we go. So that fixed that. So now we should have an extra copy of base metals and livestock. I don't know when this happened. It may have happened before that war, which may have affected things a little bit, but it's fine. We fixed it now, so I can't help it. Anyways, well, speaking of adding more livestock, we have a lot of livestock spots to add around here. Go over here. We got a farm up here. Yeah, so we can move some slaves over here now. And we do have vegetables going. Yep, okay. Let's add some slaves over here. So, although actually that is only... Let's see. This one already has 3 slaves, and it doesn't have this, though. Any spots that have slaves that already have it? No. Yes. This one's close. We can add 5 slaves up here. This is a lot of people living here already as well, for some reason. Why are there so many tribesmen here? We have to relocate these tribesmen. Let's move the tribesmen over to Publica, and then let's move some slaves over. So we're moving tribesmen from Langney. Alright, and then into Langney, let's move some slaves. We need to move 5 slaves in total, I think. Alright, move them from Publica. There we go. It's another copy of livestock. All right. Yeah, we got this going good. All right. Over here, we could get vegetables domestically, which could be handy, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Don't think we need a domestic vegetable trade at the moment, because we can trade for it externally with no trouble at all. This is technically my land as well, so we do already have a farming settlement here. Let's move some slaves down here as well. Slave promotion is not allowed, nor is it allowed up here. Let's tell them to stop that. Stop that. Let's see. Move pops over. All right, so we want to move slaves in here. We'll move them from this grain spot. That's fine. We need 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. Five, 6, 7, and then 5, 6, 7. There we go. No, I need one more. Shoot. Okay, hold on. All right, move this guy down here. There we go. And now we should have a couple more copies of resources. They used a lot of our money, but this will allow us to sell more copies of resources, which will improve our economy in the long term. So just getting that all set up there is a good thing to get to. Hold on. It looks like our commercial ventures are complete. Very good. That will hopefully be, let's see here. We could trade for extra wood. No, we can't actually. Why not? They just don't like us. Fair enough. I guess we are almost done building all of our ships, so we don't really need the surplus that much. Extra manpower is kind of nice in our capital province, so that would be handy. Let's see. I think for now, we just go for precious metals as our default option. More gold. Good stuff. Prosperity. I would like to gain increased stability. Yes, please. Our stability decline is going to be pretty harsh now because we have high stability, but that is okay. Spread of ideas. Hey, look at that. I'd love to see it. I think that was Carthage as well who did that. I didn't read that very closely. It might have been somebody else. But either way, things are looking pretty good, economy-wise, for, you know, under the circumstances. But, yeah. You're just trying to get stuff under control now. Come on, I got really high stability. Just get it together. I believe in you. Also, let's go down here and tell... Actually, this is now looking fine. So we'll come... So this is not a... I do want to change this over, but this looks fine now, so we'll leave it alone. Over here, this stuff is not fine. Alright, we're going to give you the last push that you need. We're going to switch you over to harsh treatment. Will this be enough? Let's see. Minus 0.07. I need to think this through because this would be a pretty bad thing to click if it's not going to actually improve the loyalty gain. There we go. Yeah, 0.15. That definitely does enough. Okay. We got to remember that as the happiness improves, as our stability goes up, the effect of switching from a population output to harsh treatment will be more positive, if that makes sense. This is a little hard to sort of explain, but that is how it'll work. So with this one, we'll switch it over. And this one, we're trying our hardest. I've done everything I can think of over here, but these guys are just mad. I don't know what else to do about it. Can I move the person from Olestrum over here? No, it's disloyal. I can't do anything about that. That's fine. It is what it is. Not much I can do. When is my army ready? It's actually ready pretty soon. No, not you. You're not ready pretty soon. We'll wait for them to be ready. Once that army's ready, I might do a quick war, because I do have the Omen of Morale still going. Would be good to take advantage of that. And in terms of who I want to target, I also realized that I didn't do a war council in 75. Or did I? Hold on. No, I did. Who did I get a claim on? Oh yeah, I got a claim on Termodigia. That's right. So I could go after Termodigia. They would call in a bunch of people. I don't really want to do this war, though. This is extending myself too far northwesterly. If I wanted to target anybody, it honestly kind of would be Cartubia, because this would secure... Because I want to get sort of this stuff over here under my control. But Cartubia is absolutely stacked with allies and defensive partners, so this would be a very messy war to go for. I'm going to wait on that one. Editania would be a good target as well. They would bring in these two, so that's handy, because that is everyone over here. This would... Contestania is my home region, so I would finally start to add more territory in my home regions. That's kind of good. This looks like a fairly doable fight. And what I'd probably want to do is reorganize my allies for this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a breather on advancing in this direction. I'm gonna abandon Topolia and Lankientia. I may pick them up in the future, but I'm not gonna hold on to these guys any further because I don't really plan to fight these guys again because I have long peace deals with them. In fact, if I look, like with Blitzenisi and whatnot, yeah, not until 83, so not for a while. Let's abandon our deals and reorganize them for a war in this direction. Now, I don't have any claims set up yet on these guys. Let's see here. Yeah, I've got nothing set up yet. So I think we should fabricate on Editania. I want to kind of secure, because I'm already up against the coast up here. If I can secure the coast a bit further southward, sort of where this mountain line is, this could be a good stopping point. I could try to go as far, I mean, I can't grab this in the war, but I can grab all this stuff over here. That would be handy. Plus, I already control a bit of Editania as it is, so I think this is the right target. I think what we should do is fabricate a claim on Editania once we have 20 political influence, and then go for that. This seems like a fairly straightforward war, so we're going to keep our ally slots open for now. I may even switch to just having one ally at this point. I'm not sure I need 2 allies going forward. I don't think it's going to be necessary, but I guess I won't make that call quite yet, because that is a big PI cost to switch from neutral stance to something else, like mercantile stance. So we will wait and see. All right. One thing I might do as well, once this navy finishes, is relocate this fleet over here in preparation for this war, because this will actually involve some naval action on the Mediterranean. I really should have a different navy for that, but I don't want to spend the money to build a second navy quite yet. I'm not prepared to do that. All right, 38.84. We're on our way there. Somebody wants furs. Yes, please. Take my furs. All right. So far, so good. Just chilling, rebuilding our stability and all that stuff. Our stability is actually good, but like trying to get stuff under control. I think I will switch this first, though, before I start getting a claim. There's no rush on the wars. I'd rather try and get this stuff addressed first. Just literally whatever I can think of to try and get this. Oh, actually, it's 9, not 11 now. I forgot. I got that innovation. Switch it to harsh treatment. There we go. Finally. Finally, it's positive. Holy moly. This place is still, like... Carpetania is so far gone. I don't know what to do with this place, honestly. It's such a mess. I've tried everything I can think of over here, but I don't know what to do anymore. I'm kind of tempted just to sell this territory and call it a day to the nation Carpetania. I wonder if they'd take it, honestly. Because having this part north of the river, it's not part of any province. It's in its own province. The river was my goal to be like the stopping point of my northern expansion for now. And you can sell territory. If I wanted to sell you, let's see, Olestrum. I gotta find it on this list. Actually, hold on. I could also just sell the province. If I wanted to sell you Carpetania, this thing down here that I'm looking at, this is an Invictus thing, and sell territory, I think, is the base game thing. Except this, I think, is kind of glitchy. Let me do it like this. Sell territory. If I wanted to sell you this stuff, they would take it for nothing, which is, I kind of would prefer to get some sort of price out of it, but they don't like me at all. Fair enough, because they're a different culture, they're a different religion, I guess expansion. This would just be a way for me to get rid of the problem. I think we're going to do it, honestly. I know I've invested a lot of PI and attention into trying to get Carpetania under control, but this is a lost cause. I have it on harsh treatment. I've had it on harsh treatment for ages. just doing everything I possibly can, and Hibera is just so furious. They're just not getting under control at all. I'm cutting my losses. I can't, because this is going to rebel. I don't know what else I can do to slow this down at this point. So we're going to sell the fort. No, I can't actually, because it is... I wish I could at least sell the fort in order to get some money and make this a better spot to reconquer in the future, because we'll get it in the future, right? This is part of Iberia. This is our land. We'll just come back to it later. I just want to get this part of my nation under control before I turn my attention elsewhere, and I finally started to get to that point with these places. But Carpetania, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think about this decision, because there might be some controversy about this, but I'm just going to go for it. I don't know what else to do at this point. I want to turn my attention elsewhere, but while Carpetania is still getting towards rebellion and it's still so disloyal, I just don't know what to do at this point. We'll just sell it to the nation Carpetania. They can have it. That's fine. I control a fort on this side of the river. I'm not that scared of this becoming an issue later. Just take it, honestly. Just take it. I guess we have to do it one at a time. I have to wait 1 month to sell that part to them. That didn't even fix it, of course, because it's Iberia. That's a problem. It's fine. I'm committed to this plan now. I haven't really invested anything in terms of money into Iberia. I've just invested so much PI into trying to switch this to a harsh enough policy. And it's just causing me so much stress at the end of the day. It's north of the river. I'm not really trying to be north of the river right now. No reason to do anything too drastic there. What am I saying? There's no reason to try and continue fixing this. It's not going to happen. Just take it. All right. No longer my problem. And I didn't want to be north of the river anyways. This was a consequence of like wanting to fully annex that nation. So it's fine. It worked out in the end. We're not going to worry about it. Now, Terrakinesis is starting to get under control a little bit, which is important. You're druidic now, and you're not all druidic yet, so we can continue doing that. All right. Okay. That was, I think, the right call. Got our ships done. Do we move them over to the Mediterranean yet? I think it's certainly possible to go for that now. I mean, you have to be... Oh, we don't have a port yet, I gotta remember, so I gotta be a little careful with that. I could build a port in Etobessa, just for now. I probably should. I want to build a port here once it's a city, but it's not prepared to become a city quite yet, obviously. Yeah, this would be a very aggressive city spot if I made this a city right now. Plus, I don't have the resources to do that, so... I think what I should do is build a port in Etobessa for now, once I have the money. Oh, I can't because it's disloyal. That's going to cause some issues, won't it? I guess we won't really have a naval element to this war. We won't really have those areas ready for port building in time. That's fine. That's not a big deal at all. Alright. Just chill out. Keep it up there. Did I start building a mine here? I guess I did. Oh, this was probably being built before. That's handy, because this is precious metals, so that's pretty good. Just take it easy. Build up our PI. We're waiting for Toletum to reach 40. It's getting there. Probably in a couple of months it'll reach that, and we can do that mission. And also do the decision, if we're ready for that too. No, we won't be. We need 100 PI. Never mind. Alright. When we do that mission, though, what's going to happen? Toletum will permanently get 10% local pop happiness, that's quite good, and 5 civ level. That pop happiness is really great. I am happy with that. Let's move some more tribesmen in here, actually. They don't have to be Carpetania, and they can convert while they're here. Let's see. Yeah. Looks fine. This has been such a... This campaign has really gone all over the place. I'm kind of worried that this campaign's been more inconsistent than what I've presented on YouTube before. A lot of it's just kind of the learning curve of Invictus. It's not super obvious how different this game feels, but it does. The balance of this game has been changed quite a bit by Invictus. It does feel harder, is the big takeaway, honestly, than the base game, which I like. The base game's already pretty hard, but this definitely feels more intense, and you have to really make your calls very carefully. Either way. This is finally getting under control. Gotta love it. Matter of centralization. Okay, according to our magistrate, Beikonis Galbus, it seems there will be an influx of people moving to our urban centers soon. It seems he has come up with some ideas that could help us in the matter. If we so wish, he will make sure to put into motion some efforts that will increase or decrease the influx of people. Now, we actually have really high centralization, so I'm not really that concerned about maintaining it. Let's see. I think I'll just go for the neutral option. I don't want to spend PI on anything right now, so we're just going to let it progress naturally. That's fine with me. All right. Hey, 1st of October, we got our mission complete. Construct Senate Chamber. There we go. Now, Toletum is going to have a very happy population. I should add even more tribesmen over here, honestly, to take advantage of that. I think what I should do is go through and like actually find all the stray tribesmen that I can move around and move them to Toletum. Just, I know it's going to be expensive to do it like that, and Toletum will eventually attract them because of its, what's it called? Immigration stat, incoming migration, there we go. But I could do that either way. Republican ideals. So this will take a year. During this time, we will get reduced stability. Wow, that's a very harsh stability loss. And disloyal governors. Okay. And upon completion, and also that happens. So basically, for a year, we have this huge malus to stability and governor loyalty. But upon completing, that malus goes away, and we get those bonuses. And then after that, we can just do this, I think, immediately. Okay, so we're almost there now. That's pretty good. So let's prepare for clicking Republican ideals, because this effect will happen immediately. So let's take a look at our governors and see how they're doing loyalty-wise. Now, your loyalty is fine because you're the leader. What was it, 20 or 25? It's 20. Okay. So you will go down to 36. That's fine. You'll go down to 27. That's not fine. I need to improve your loyalty. I think I will bribe you. Yeah, there we go. That'll get that under control for the time that we need. You will go down to 20, and that's not fine either. I will also bribe you. And you are fine. You'll go down to 53. All right. Republican ideals. Here we go. This is the home stretch. Actually, I think we're in a position to become a republic in a year, which is crazy. I didn't even realize that. On the 1st of October of 480. That's pretty great, timing-wise. That was just a coincidence that that popped up right then. So I guess it'll be an October 1st situation again. That's awesome. I'm really happy with that. I didn't think that we'd become a republic so soon, but it's sort of abruptly happening. Our Republican ascension is just about upon us, which is awesome. That will hopefully do something for stability. Now, this is quite bad. We should probably... oh, we can't. That's right. Yeah, that's fine. We have really high stability, so this will hopefully be enough. Let's see. 12 months of minus 0.50 rather. That is 6 stability in total, so that's actually not too harsh. That puts us down to 49. That should be fine. We're going to get these events, though, too. Bureaucratic Purge. In pursuit of our ideal government, many obstacles stand in the way. One of those obstacles goes by the name of Inamarchus, who possessed a strong allegiance to a cause not aligned with their own. This is the wise one. Logic dictates a certain amount of tolerance for opposing ideologies. However, our advisors recommend that the jarring notions of Inamarchus are simply too far-fetched to warrant a continued place in our government. So much for the tolerant left, as it were. So much for the tolerant centrists. I don't know exactly what's going on here politically, but so we're going to be intolerant to intolerance here. It's great. So it looks like these events are going to be about stability. So this will upset all the Erosii, who I think are already upset by everything. So this would be pretty bad for our loyalty. We could instead lose 5 stability or gain tyranny, gain stability, and imprison this guy and super upset all of the Erosii. So this is not the right option. That's a lot of characters getting upset. I don't really want to lose this much stability. I guess this does kick this guy out. Let me take a look at the Erosii characters real quick. How bad is this going to be? Actually, let me look at it like this. Do I have any Erosii governors at the moment? I don't think I do, because I already replaced the one that I had. Yeah. Let's gain some stability. He must go. We'll replace him with a different character. Perhaps himself, in fact. Yeah. You're allowed to just replace him immediately. I think Crusader Kings 3 actually changed that, so you can't replace a character when they're kicked out by an event. But you can in Imperator Rome. Doesn't make any sense at all, but hey, democracy doesn't make sense. Anyways, but I'm going to try and keep the topical politics jokes to a minimum, just because that's a landmine. A minefield. It's not a landmine, it's a field of landmines. But there's so much potential for politics jokes when you're going through your Republican reform. I have to restrain myself, have to withhold myself from the temptation. Anyways, things are looking pretty good. I think I do want to move some more tribesmen over, especially because once I become a republic, I won't be able to move tribesmen at all. So while I have the chance, let's move some tribesmen into this province and then move them into Toletum from elsewhere. So like over here. How many tribesmen do we have? We have 26 tribesmen. All of them could live in Toletum, honestly. Let's move them all to Wadua. Let's see. Three. Just move them all. Why not? May as well, right? I guess we're moving them from Bucarica, maybe? No, I haven't touched Bucarica yet, have we? Oh, we did a little bit. That's fine. I think we're removing some of the colonists that Bucarica had. It's not a big deal at all. Alright, now we'll move them into Toletum. This is a little drastic, but we are going for it anyways. Because these guys will want to promote into freemen and citizens. There we go. All of our money to that. Toletum is known to be a big city, whether it wants to be or not. Very Republican of me to just assert that we're going to have a big city by my will. All right. Are we still... Hold on. Why did you stop influencing? I guess they literally ran out of time on that. Let's do that more, please. Maybe that's why it had such high popularity. That mine is complete. Very good. We should get another resource copy now. Unless I haven't set up slaves here. I haven't set up slaves here. Oh well. That's fine. Alright. So far, so good. These guys want my precious metals? Hell yeah. Please take them. Let's see. That's fine. And that's... Are we actually on, like, stable loyalty progression in our whole nation right now? Unbelievable. Now, this is a real cause for celebration. That's pretty good. Happy with that. I hope that as a republic, my domestic situation will stabilize. Probably not. It's probably going to get much worse once I transform into a republic, but this is an exciting and new experience. I don't really know how republics play that well. I've mostly played as Rome as a republic, but their situation is very specific, and other republics don't really work like Rome works. So things here are looking good. How about over here? You're stable, you're stable, you're stable. In fact, this one, I might even go so far as to switch to assimilation. This is over here. Hold on. Yeah, this is the new spot that I got. Honestly, I think I will switch this to assimilation because it's already Yeah, let's do that. Okay. I'm putting off the claim, I know, but at this point we're progressing into what's probably going to be a 5-year period of peacetime and just domestic sort of structuring as we become a republic. So that will be fine. This one is... How much is this? Hold on. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. No more events, though. That's pretty good. I spoke too soon. In pursuit of our ideal government, many obstacles stand in the way. Oh, it's the same event again. Okay. I guess that's fair enough. It's looking for Rosas characters, so it picked the same guy. I guess I will kick him out again, and then replace him again. We have some disloyal characters now. That is fine. We'll at least not have him be a disloyal character. Well, actually, hold on. Actually, only you are actually technically disloyal. We don't have a risk of civil war, do we? Yeah, we're not. We need 11.53, which is a oddly low threshold. What's causing the threshold to be so low? Oh, winds of change. That's right. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, that is fair enough. All right. This looks scary, but most of these characters aren't actually disloyal. They're just near disloyalty because they were below 40, but 33 is the threshold, of course, so we are totally fine. Just continue along. Very slow-paced episode. Hope you don't mind the lack of wars. I know wars are usually more visually interesting, but this is the real important stuff at the end of the day. Stabilizing my nation, becoming a democracy, some good stuff. I guess we're technically becoming a republic, not a democracy, but pretty similar, all things considered. We have some more... Where do we get this from? Population, probably, right? I believe so, yeah. All right, let's trade for some more stuff. Anything else we can double? Oh, there's so much livestock available. Everybody wants to give me their sheep, understandably so. I am the sheepmonger. That is my street name. That was such a stupid joke. I wish I could cut out my own stupid jokes, but this is a live video recording, so you're stuck with them, just like I'm stuck with them. I guess we'll trade for more gold for now. I don't see anything else we want to get. I guess we could get marble. That could be interesting. And having low tyranny as a republic is pretty important. I might... Also, marble is pretty valuable, so I think I'll abandon one of my gold trades and set up a double marble trade to get the marble bonuses. Get this secure. Marble is going to have to be... I'll show... Yeah, okay, there we go. Marble is going to have to be, I think, a permanent resource as a republic. Just anything to reduce tyranny is really important. Because if I remember correctly, tyranny is the big hurdle for republic play. I just realized republic play sounds like the most boring kind of kink. Ooh, baby. Veto my bill. Oh, man. So many stupid jokes this episode I wish I could cut out, but you get to see them all. This is the uncut misadventure experience. Very unfortunate for all of you. Bureaucratic Purge. Oh, here we go. Inamarchus, once again, being knocked away. I guess I'm just getting stability over and over. I think this would pick a different character if he wasn't in position, so it's not like I'm causing these events by permanently reinstating him. This will upset the various Rosai characters even more. And now we have a civil war threat. But after we finish reforming in a couple months, this will probably be changed. So we'll address that once we get there. I could give everybody free hands, but that would be a lot of corruption. And it'd be impossible to get rid of all the free hands later. So we're just going to hold off. We're doing a big reform. Civil war is likely, whatever we do. So actually, we're pretty close to the threshold, all things considered. Who can we fix right now? Actually, we can fix you. We can pay 5. This would take him to 33, though, which wouldn't fix it. Let's do the clan chief. Let's bribe the clan chief. There we go. He is the most... Actually, he doesn't really have a huge power base, all things considered. Despite being the clan chief. That's a little surprising. Alright. Okay. We're almost there. Well, not quite almost, but we're on our way there. Also, centralization is about to cap out. That's pretty good. Just in time. Alright, so the reason I put so many tribesmen in here is for the purpose of promoting all of them into being freemen. They're not going to be... Like, I don't want tribesmen here permanently, specifically. It's just getting them into Toletum, which has all these bonuses. But we're gonna try and have a big metropolitan Toletum in this campaign. Gonna really focus on that. Even more than in previous campaigns, I'm gonna really focus on developing my capital, especially given its central location and its through the river, its access to the ocean. Toletum can be a great city in this game. We just have to develop it properly. So our economy is doing pretty good, all things considered. Stuff is fairly stable. Yeah, things are under control. Things are looking good, all things considered. I think that I've really taken the out-of-control domestic situation and done my best to try and fix it. I think selling this land was the right call, because now all of my land is at least moving up towards loyalty, which is important. And in 1 month, the moment will arrive. We'll become a republic, and all political problems will be resolved because, of course, republics are very good at not having any problems, and there's no instability associated with republics historically or in the modern day whatsoever. Oh, man. All right. Here we go. A few more days. Magic moment. Paused. All right. Mission task can be complete. Invoke the new constitution. Unfortunately, Brucusa happens to be popular enough right now. I didn't even remember that this would be an issue. Carpetania gains 2 free province investments. Carpetania adopts the Democratic Republic government form, and several members of the Boii family are granted office in our new government. Here we go. All right. We are now the Democratic Republic of Carpetania. Our tribal days are behind us, and a lot has now happened. There's a lot to do. As I should have expected, we have to reselect all this stuff, but there's a lot to look at first. So, Democratic Republic. This system of government gives all eligible citizens a voice through the election of representatives to a Senate or Council. And we take a look at our provinces. Things are basically fine, so that's a good start. We don't have massive disruption to our whole nation from that, so that's good. We may have to actually reorganize a lot of our nation to adjust for our new situation here. But we could also, I should note before I look at everything else, we could switch to some other types of republics. So a plutocratic republic would be more focused on profit, and this may be a direction we go into the future. But for now, we're going to stick with Democratic Republic because that's what we started with. So let's see here. We could also switch to a theocratic republic or an aristocracy or an oligarchy, but we'll take a look at all these options in the future. Let's take a look at the government. So, oh geez, what is this? We have a very glitchy assembly at the moment. This may hopefully fix in a bit. We're in the year of Brucusa Indutius. What is our succession situation? We're in the electoral model, so let's see. I think this is just default. This may need to adjust. It seems kind of glitchy at the moment, but we're in the what's it called? We're in the electoral model system, so this is the default thing. I'm trying to see what the length of term is here. Okay, so it's a 5-year thing. This is what I thought it'd be. So I'm actually quite glad that this worked out to be on October 1st, because I didn't even think about this, but the election dates are now October 1st, which is really great. That's a super awesome coincidence that it worked out like this. Let's see. Okay, so Beoesis looks like he's going to be the new, what's this character called? Archon. He's going to be the new Archon in 5 years at the moment. Now we've got 3 factions, the Oligarchs, the Traditionalists, and the Democrats. And Brucusa is in which faction? Hard to say. Let's see. Is he not in a faction at all? It seems like he's not in any faction, which is, I guess I was right about the enlightened centrist joke. I guess he really is a centrist. Kind of hard to make sense of what's going on here, but this glitchiness is kind of alarming. Hopefully this will fix in a monthly tick or something. Anyways, so first things first, let's actually do an omen so that I get this out of the way. And I think the omen for this 5-year period should probably be Iko Walauna for extra tribesman happiness. Our tribesman happiness will have plummeted after leaving the tribal stage, and we need to try and mitigate that. So for 5 years, we'll give them, we'll throw them a bone. We'll try and improve their happiness a little bit. Okay, so idea slots. I can't do anything about this until I get more PI. Have to wait on that. Also, we're going to tell this guy... He's already doing... Okay, so our PI influence is just super low because of ruler corruption. Right. Yeah. So corruption and tyranny is much more important as a republic, so we got to keep that in mind. Okay. There's so much to look at here. Also, our civil war threshold is now bad again. We'll take a look at that in a moment. Office-wise, let's actually go through and completely reorganize all of our offices and just start from scratch because there's a lot that's been changed, including the researchers. Let's switch them because now our research rate is not being diminished by being a tribe, so we can get all this fixed. We have enough stability to do all this right now, so this should be totally fine. And I'm also going to do this with governors, too, honestly. Let us, hold on. What am I looking for here? Provinces? No. Let's do it like this. Change governor, dismiss. Not you. I can't with over here. Oh, yeah, because you're disloyal. Give you free hands, then I'll fire you. Dismiss. You're disloyal too. Free hands, then I'll fire you. I'm just gonna start from scratch with my new situation and completely clean slate. So everybody except him is now fired. All of my positions are empty. Complete clean slate moment. All right, I wish I could do this with the real democracies IRL, but oh well, here we are. Okay, so where to even start? Let's start with the governors, which is the most... Actually, hold on. I think the governors will now be... the armies will now be led by the governors. Also, my army composition has changed because I am now not a tribe, so that's something to keep in mind. So I need to be careful now about picking governors who have good martial as well as good finesse. And the key thing here is if they control tiny provinces like this, I should pick high martial characters. Or this one over here as well, Lusitania. I guess I control more of Lusitania now, so really... It's honestly just Baetica and Galatia that I don't really control a lot of at the moment. So let's go up here and pick for ourselves governors that are actually good at finesse and martial. Let's see here. Someone like Mandu Brakis would be pretty good. He's also a party leader, so we may have issues with his loyalty in the future. Oh, there's so much to do. I have to spend a long time looking at stuff right now. Let's see. Could also go for Seneca. And she's my daughter, so she should be fairly loyal. The guy whose name I definitely know, Birakusa, is the Archon. Okay. Which faction are these characters in, by the way? I gotta figure this out as well. All the stuff may need like a month to update, but for now, though, we should still pick some people. So I think Seneca would be really great as a governor of... Or not Seneca, actually, because her martial is not that high. Let me actually look for... Let me do this first. Let's look for high martial characters. Also, let's fire our admiral, too. Let's not forget about her. All right. There's so much to do. Okay, so... For Lusitania, we can get away with a high martial governor who can just be a good general for us. So let's get the highest martial character we can think of. Maybe even doing that cultural decision that we saw earlier. Promote war hero. This would maybe give us... I don't know how high of a martial this will give us, though. And this also does cost military experience. That's a pretty limited resource. So let's not do that unless we're absolutely desperate for a high martial character. I think we can get away with what we have at the moment. All right. Let's see. Someone like Lituis Indutia is like the highest martial and the lowest finesse. And she's from a family, so that matters too. Although you are as well. Your loyalty is much better, though, and you have no corruption. No bad traits either. Your governor traits are good, but as a governor, I'm not looking for you to have great governor status. So Chumara might end up being a governor in like Telekinesis or something. Maybe not Telekinesis. I need a more loyal governor for that. But let's have Lituis be one of our sort of cheat governor/generals. We have to spend a lot of PI to fix all of the policies as well. That's just the reality of the situation. We're going to be PI starved for a very long time. Yeah. Okay. That is that. And this gives us 1 Indutii officer in our nation. Let's keep track of that as well. There's so much to look at right now. Yeah, they're down to just 2, which is good. Okay. Now, over in... we now, I think, technically control less of Baetica than we do of Lusitania. So let's add a Baetica governor next. Baetica should be fairly fine, so we can get away with a high marshal governor over here as well. With, not you, your loyalty is too low. You were accused of murder as well, so let's keep that in mind, which is going to reduce loyalty even further. Someone like Lucia Kulcha could be pretty good. Okanea Boia is a phenomenal governor. We need to reserve her for Terrakinesis, I think, because this is our way to get Terrakinesis stable. All right, let's add... let's see, though. You're corrupt, which is a problem. Although, what is that from? Hold on. Oh, it's from that. Okay. I don't like that you're at 10 corruption by default, but I do have the anti-corruption law by default, so that's good too. We need to look at our laws. There's so much to look at. This is going to be a very slow couple episodes, adjusting to the new Republican situation. 10 corruption, will that be decisive, though, in just this one province? Probably not. Probably not. And I do want to have another high martial character, and the only other option is this character, who has terrible loyalty. I guess Okanea offers a high martial character, but if I can have a bunch of general governors that are high martial and then also good at finesse, like Okanea will be my third one. Okay, yeah, so let's put Lucilia Kulcha into office. This is fine. Let's see, how much is her corruption? It's not that severe, so as long as her corruption is being reduced by assembly, I can't give her free hands is the main thing. I need to make sure that none of my governors have free hands going forward. Because corruption in monarchies is bad, but corruption in republics in the base game is so difficult to keep on top of. You have to really be careful. So we gotta keep a close eye on all of my governors' corruption. Alright, now the moment of truth, the Terrakinesis governor. I think I'm going to give it to, hold on, let me reset this, to Okanea Boia. Let's see, her loyalty is really good, even though she's from the Scorn family. Corruption is phenomenal, her traits are godlike, she's young, she has a bright future. Okanea is going to save my Terrakinesis problem from me, save me from my Terrakinesis problem. She's coming in, she's swooping in. Here we go. All right. Oh, look at that. She set it to the right policy, too. Okanea, you queen. I guess I can't really say that in a republic, but she is my queen. I guess she forgot about it over here, but over here, she knows what to do. What a legend. So that's a good start to Okanea's governorship over here in this troubled region. Okay. All right, now what's left, governor-wise? We have one left, which is Terdulia, or rather, it was Lusitania. Lusitania, holy moly. Lusitania is such a small... so one nice thing about the way I've expanded over the course of this game, I only control a bit of every region. So Lusitania can also have a high martial governor if I was so inclined. Not you, because your loyalty is horrible. You, though, might be fine for Lusitania. That being said, Mandu Brachius is a really good governor, and now that he's not a clan chief, although he is the party leader, so I don't know if I want him to be a governor. I think I want the party leaders / family heads to be officers, but not governors, if that makes sense. Let's see here. No corruption at all. Also, you're guileless? Okay, that seals the deal. We're going to make you a governor, too. So, basically, all of our governors are all high martial characters, except for you. You're also a high finesse character, but finesse is not the focus at all. And then, of course, Contestania will be ruled by whoever the Archon is. So for now, we have good finesse, but kind of bad martial, which is fine. We have our generals sorted out now. So this is a big thing about republics, is your generals are your governors. So if I were to, let me, as an example, raise one levy, just to show you, because we're not going to go to war right now. Let's just raise the, oh, these guys are just loyal still, that's fine. Let's raise the Lusitanian levy just to show you. It's led by her, as you can see. So she's leading this force, so she's applying her marshal to this force. So that's how that works. Let's lower the force now. They're going to be out of action for a little bit. That's fine. We're not going to war right away. So I just wanted to show you that that's how that works. The clan chiefs are no longer in play, so our governor picks matter a lot for that. Okay, governors are sorted out. Now, I will need to go through and adjust all these policies. They're mostly on acquisition of wealth. Painstakingly address all this, but fortunately, things are mostly secure around here. And even Celtiberius and Trialis can be switched over to assimilation, which is awesome. I will go through and address all this over the course of the next couple of years. Now, as for... let me look at laws before I look at officers. I may not even finish looking at officers during the course of this episode, because there's just so much to do. Now, we're starting off with Citizen Militia, which gives us a levy bonus. And we could switch to Noble Elite if we wanted to, which would reduce our war exhaustion. I think this is fine to stay on Citizen Militia. At some point, we will eventually switch into Provisioning Act to increase our manpower. We could raise a legion in the capital region if we wanted to, but I just like the manpower bonus the most. I don't know. We'll worry about this later. Citizen Militia is fine for now. As for electoral reform, I think the 5-year default is completely fine. Having it be 10 years would probably create problems if we got a really bad Archon. And having it be only 2 years is just kind of janky. Lifetime elections, no, we're not changing to that. As for this, so this stuff here is actually available already. This other stuff requires higher civic advances. Now, for the legislative body, Assembly of Residents, the minus corruption, this I can never change from. I don't think I should ever leave that one. These other things are great, especially this one. And this one's pretty good too. But monthly corruption minus 0.10 is really strong, and we shouldn't really abandon this. And in fact, when we are able to get ideas, we should probably also get sanctioned privileges, honestly speaking. We'll get back to that, though, later on. As for maritime law, if we wanted to switch over to be a plutocratic republic, we'd probably need to get lowered, or in fact, we would need to get lowered import tariffs. So... that being said, I'm not entirely sure what Plutocratic Republic does in terms of its bonus here. It doesn't seem to say. But I think we're fine staying here. I like the Freeman Happiness bonus. That's going to be good. I don't think we need to play around with leaving Democratic Republic status. That being said, having this manpower recovery speed is pretty good. Let's see, what else could we get? Import value. I think Institute Wealth Levy might be strong in the future because... we're going to do a lot of exporting, but we'll worry about this later. For now, grain shipment is totally fine. So the laws are fine as they are. Also, the cost of change law has been reduced. That's pretty good. Or at least it might be only temporarily because of Winds of Change. Where is Winds of Change? Here it is. Yeah, until 82. Okay, fair enough. All right. As for officers. Actually, let me go to researchers next. Because we need to now we need to have competent characters in the research slots. So a disloyal researcher might be fine. Rejection of rule should go away eventually. But I'd rather not employ this character specifically. Because what's her power base without any employment? Let's see here. Chiamara. 0. As a researcher, she might be fine. Did I give her free hands? Hold on. I gave her free hands already. I don't want to give a character that I've already got free hands with that I have loyalty problems with into office. So let's actually avoid that. No need to go crazy here. Anybody with great traits? What about you? I mean, 7 versus 6, and you're also intelligent. And you're in a Rossi, although your loyalty is 0, so maybe not you. Okay, we'll have to not have any of these good traits, though, I guess. What about you? You could be a... let's make you the civic character, actually. Hold on. Yeah. Although you're not in a family. I guess I'd rather... yeah, you're fine. So let's make you the civic character. And Maguna. You do have some bad corruption. Do you have free hands at the moment? No. I don't think so, at least. No, you just have really high loyalty. Okay. We'll make you the civic advancer. All right. Over here, let's assign... let's see here. I guess I could make the party leader a researcher. That will probably not give him too much power base. Alright, let's do that. In fact, I think I may make Wheat a researcher as well. Does he have free hands at the moment? Oh, he has terrible loyalty at the moment, though. Hold on. Whoops. I think what I'll do is... Yeah, your loyalty is too low. I don't know what to do with Wheat. I think I'll just keep him out of office. His power base is so high, though. Because he's a family head, too. Let's see. Ife is so corrupt. I can never employ her. I think I'll assign Maev. And then over here, I'll assign Inamarcus, because he's a family head, I believe, still. Is he? Hold on. Maybe he's not the family head. No, he's the wise one. Or he was before, at least. Okay. Let us assign... Actually, you would provide Obsessive, so we get even more of this. And you're a Galbi, so we get one more person from a great family into office. No corruption, loyalty's fine. Yeah, let's assign you. So we're stacking Obsessive here. Now we're going to really focus on boosting up research. I think republics might be a little better than monarchies at stacking for research. Again, I'm not sure in Wikidus how it's been rebalanced, but that seems to be the meta from my experience. So now we've got a good / slightly political set of researchers picked out. As for officers, I think I'm going to decide this next episode, and I want to try and get into it in the remaining time for this episode. So thank you all so much for watching this very Reformation-centric episode of the Carpetania Campaign. We are now the Democratic Republic of Carpetania, and I am unlikely to unpause early into the next episode either, as we start to get our nation reorganized into our new democratic situation. We have a lot of characters to worry about, but we also have a lot of potential for greatness as the first republic in Iberia. I guess Carthage technically has been here too, but either way, the first Iberian republic. The light of democracy shines at last on the peninsula here, thanks to us. It's being carried, by the way, by a very blood-stained hand, but hey, that's how it goes in the world of being a democracy. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.